How's it going, guys? My name is Jason with Hunter's Friend, and we are going to take a look at the Trophy Ridge Whisker Biscuit. Now, there's a couple of different tiers of Whisker Biscuit. This is the basic one. It's called the Quick Shot Whisker Biscuit. And without a doubt, our number one most frequently asked question is the following. What is the difference between the original Quick Shot Whisker Biscuit and just the Quick Shot Whisker Biscuit? And I'm going to give you a quick explanation on that. This is just like the title indicates, it is the original design of it. This is what they came out with years and years ago and started it all. So many people felt that it was perfect and worked so well that there was no need to change it. So when they did decide to modernize it and bring out the new version of the Whisker Biscuit, just to keep people happy, they kept the original design there as well, just as an option. So to answer that question, you have the original design Whisker Biscuit, and then the newer modern designs Quick Shot Whisker Biscuit. They're both quick shots, just the original versus just the quick shot. That's the difference in the name anyway. And I'll give you a quick explanation of what's different about them. But first, I'm going to say, as far as tuning and functionality, any Whisker Biscuit does an amazing job. They're so simple. They don't have any moving parts. They are legendary for how well they tune and how well they stay in tuned. I mean, there's literally stories out there of people dropping their bows out of tree stands, and if the bow survives, it's still in tune. I mean, they hold no matter what. Like it's crazy. As long as you don't go to adjust it, once you set it up, you're in good shape. But as far as containing the arrow, all Whisker Biscuits will share this. They use a full containment of brushes, so when you actually go to fire, the fletchings do make contact with the brush, but it's nowhere near as bad as what you would think it is. There's tons of different versions of stories of how much speed you will lose by doing that. We have tested it to death, and seriously, worst case scenario, 1 to 3 feet per second maybe. It's negligible. It really is, and it's not worth complaining about, considering how much of a benefit something like a Containment Whisker Biscuit gives you. Now, it works really well with 2-inch vanes in general. Feathers, helical stuff, that's not a great idea because they do make contact, so the steeper and more fragile the vein is, it's not such a good idea, but normal fletchings work great. Okay, now the big difference between the two, I will start with this one. This is the modern version, or the modernized Whisker Biscuit, should I say. It is a composite material. It is only adjustable from left to right with your windage, so it doesn't have an actual elevation adjustment. But a big bonus is it can be flipped on the same wrist. It can be flipped from left-handed to right-handed or right-handed to left-handed. All you do is take out that little screw, pull this off, pull it to this side, stick it back on, and stick the screw back on this side, and that'll flip the bracket, and then you've got a left-handed rest. So that's a big bonus. Again, how they hold the arrow, how they fire, exactly the same. So that's the newer version. This is the original version. As you see right out the gate, they are left-hand, right-hand specific. You have to actually have a right-handed model for right-hand shooters and a left-handed model for left-hand shooters. I'll tear into the left-handed here. Okay, first thing to mention is the material. It is made of an actual machined aluminum, and you can hear it and feel it straight out of the gate. Now, one thing that people love about this one is that it has more adjustment than the newer one. It has the way this bracket works, you can actually adjust the elevation depending on how you go to tighten it down, and you can still adjust the windage too. So there's more adjustment there. The actual material itself being aluminum versus composite, that's a plus for a lot of people. How the arrow contains, how they shoot, I do want to stress, you're going to be good either way. It's just really a preference on the shooter. There is felt here, so as you see, these have the little rubber boot on top that will help keep the arrow from clanking or anything. These come with felt, so you can put it where you need it or where you would prefer it. Outside of that, guys, like I said, they perform the same function and they both work great. So it just comes down to what you as a shooter would prefer. I will get to the more upscale versions of the Whisker Biscuits as I go. I'll work my way to them. But for today, this is the Quick Shot Whisker Biscuit, the original Quick Shot Whisker Biscuit, and the newer Quick Shot